What is up, everyone? How is everyone doing? Is Bungie.net down? What's up? How in the hell is everyone doing, guys? Yeah, rip day one. Yeah. Well, okay, to be clear, I will be doing it day one. I just can't do the world's first race. Bungie.net is just straight up not working. Is this can anyone check if it's just not working? Hello? Please, Bungie? Let me try Reddit. What do you mean you can't hear me? Dude, you can hear me. You can hear me. Yeah, Bungie.net's just not working. Let me see the Reddit. They always put the TWAB on Reddit, so we can do that. It's kind of lame, but yeah. So okay, so let's talk. So I have a team for day one still, even though okay. Let's. If you guys don't know, is Reddit not working either? What in the fuck is happening? I can't get Reddit to work either. What? Okay, so the raid launches on May 10th. I am finishing my PhD on May 10th. My final defense is on May 10th. Oh, okay, it's back. It's back. Reddit and Bungie both work now. March 10th, March. All of these things are March. March 10th, March 10th, March 10th, March 10th. All March. So, my defense is from 3 to 5 Eastern PM. And the raid obviously launches at noon Eastern. So, I will not be able to partake in the world's first race, which is really unfortunate. Luckily, my friends Chemo and Coops and Hoon and Eclipse and Tylenol, they have found a temporary replacement for me. So they will be doing the raid race with another 6th. So that is how that is, going down. I'm not really asking that many questions. My main condition was if I struggle, they'll help me get the day one emblem. But I have another team, and you guys might know some of them. All the Locks guys. So Ratul, Kiwi, Dunlin, and then 2 others that you don't know. We are going to be doing the day one when I get home. And so they don't really care about placements. They just want to get it done. And so probably it's 7:30 or 8 Eastern. So my defense is from 3 to 5. After you defend, as long as everything goes well, fingers crossed, our boss always takes us out to like dinner to celebrate and stuff. I don't think I'll be able to get out of that. So I'll probably be home around 7:30 or 8. And then I will be going until we fucking beat the raid. Is essentially, and then I'll spend all day Saturday hunting for secrets and doing all of that. So it's just an unfortunate situation, but the reality is it's not really. People keep like saying like, "Oh, you have to make a choice." Like it's not a choice. You know, like I've spent 5 years of my life miserable doing research and just working too much and not getting paid a lot to get a PhD, which is, you know, financial security for me and my family for the rest of my life, versus a tag on raid report. Like that's not. Don't get me wrong. Day one raids are, and especially the raid races and going in blind, are probably my favorite thing in life, but they are at least favorite experiences. Like nothing gets me that excited. Let's say, like, they're definitely not my favorite thing in life. I guess that was kind of a lame thing to say, but they give me a feeling that is very rare for me to get, which is just pure contentness and happiness and thrill. It's hard for me to experience that, and day one raids always do it, and I love it, but it is not anything that I would even consider even swapping for a fucking PhD. Like, come on, guys. So who's saying it's a choice? A lot of people on Twitter were asking me that. So would you change your name to Dr. Scarrow? Not here, but on Twitter I'm going to. Bro's gonna be jumpy at Twitter, dog. I fucking know. I'm gonna be like, all right, let's go. You know, it'll be okay. Yo, what's up, Steven? I respect that, bud. You live your life, family, and personal success first, and there'll always be more raids and stuff. But the reality is, you know, I started my first real, like, actual job, in May, and you know, gotta have a PhD. It's a PhD covered spot, so. Thesis defense same day as day one. Yep. So hopefully that night everything will go well at my defense, and I'll come home and I will be streaming the raid as Dr. Scarrow 9, which would be insane. That would be fucking crazy, but we'll see. Are you scared of your team doing well and kicking you out? No. I hope they do well. I hope they do really well. You know, I hope they place as good as possible, but I like to think that I at least have. I'm really good friends with all of them. I don't think that's going to happen. In terms of them just kicking me out for the future, that's not really how we do things in that circle. So, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It'll be fine. So it'll be good. Yeah, so everyone just stops at Dr. Hit. Oh, that's actually super good, David. Okay, so TWAB time. So that's what's gonna happen. So the you know, I'm still, even though it's the week before I defend my PhD, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna attempt to take off. I should be fine. Take off February 28th and probably February 29th. Lightfall launch in the day after. Get it all out of my system. Then spend the next week and a half really nailing down but the good thing is my document is like 2/3 done. We're wrapping up my last manuscript. I should be able to slot it right in and we'll be fine. And then I had to give a 45-minute presentation as part of my job interview process. So I pretty much already have like the bones of my PhD, like, defense talk done. So I am not, I don't have as much work as most people usually have to do at this point. I've already done a lot of it. So that's exciting. So February 28th, February 29th, I'll probably take off, spend, you know, the next week and a half really preparing for that defense. There's still some streams in there, don't get me wrong. And then that Friday, defend, come home, and probably starting at like 7:30 or 8, we'll do the raid. So that's the plan. But keep in mind, you'll be waiting half the 28th just to play Lightfall because of server queue. That was not the case with Witch Queen, so I'm not really too concerned with that. And actually, that wasn't the case with Beyond Light either. A couple hours after launch, there was a couple issues with it, but we got in both Beyond Light and Witch Queen as soon as they dropped, so I'm not worried about it. So, if we want to watch your raid team, is there a stream we can follow? My OG raid team? That's actually really... Hey, Shrimp, they got the guy from that you play with, right? Does he stream? And Eclipse usually streams, so maybe him. But I don't know. I don't know. There's no other, like, consistent streamer on that stream. I will be streaming my run when I get home. So, yeah, you probably can't watch them then, but maybe. I don't know. Okay. We want to watch this again? New Muna trailer?
Just look at this place.
Oh, I'm ready to look at it, Ghost.
Last ones left.
Will the raid team be called Doctorate with Legs? That's a fucking awesome idea. The problem is I don't want to like hype myself up just in case something goes wrong. You know? So maybe not, but maybe. Maybe I'll have both thumbnails ready. It's like I failed. And also beat Dr. Scarrow 9 with legs, you know? Maybe I'll have both ready just in case.
Welcome to Neptune, Lightbearer. I hope we can find common ground.
I'm so fucking excited for this.
Common enemies. Callus is ready to annihilate this city. Stand with me to defend the Amuna and its people. Tenacious little god.
What do you think of the Pyramid Leviathan? I'm really excited for it. It looks hot.
To be tonight's entertainment.
Just looks so good, man.
Is this all the Traveler's chosen guardians can muster? You cannot escape oblivion. Embrace the end.
What the fuck? Oh. Okay. So there you go. Okay, so New Moon looks great. Bob the Guardian Builder. Oh, we didn't go over that. Oh, we gotta go over that shit too. Fuck, man. I totally forgot about that. Let's do the TWAB first and then we'll do build crafting. Because I totally forgot. I didn't stream yesterday. So we have all of the build crafting to go over. So we'll skip that for now. We'll come back to it. Oh, by the way, guys. Code Scarrow. My advanced code is 30% off for no, that's all right. Come on, man. My advanced code is 30% off for the next couple of days. So if you want to pick up, it doesn't work on the starter kit, unfortunately. But if you want to pick up any flavors or any shakers or anything like that, use code Scarrow 9 for 30% off. What the fuck is that? There we go. There we go, sorry. Pinning this. There we go. So if you enter it, if you get the starter kit and use code SCARE9, it'll still say 10%. There are some products that, like, due to, like, profit margins can't be discounted more than a certain amount. I think, like, the ice shakers can only ever be a maximum of 10% too. But flavors, shaker, regular shakers, like all that sort of stuff, 30% off. So go ham. Restock up in time for Lightfall. Okay. Build crafting monkey paw is massive. I didn't see anything in there that I didn't really like. So I do not have my own flavor. Thing about Lightfall is price is $70, which is the price for a full modern AAA game, and I know the DLC itself probably won't be to that level. Is it actually priced at 70? I don't even know. What are you talking about? It's $50. What in the motherfucker are you talking about? James, where are you throwing away 20 extra dollars to, dog? Oh, it's 50. I'm looking at it right here. Steam, 50 bucks. 100 bucks for the year. Bro, James is like that meme that's like I like spreading misinformation on the internet. Oh, maybe he's talking about CAD. Well, Canadian games are going to be more than 70 because American games are $70 new. So like a brand new Canadian game would be like 90, right? Yes, the starter kit does come with a shaker. Yes. If you're interested in maybe if you are interested in that, you can check it out there, and that helps the channel greatly. Weird. I remember it being advertised as 70. My bad, dude. Yeah, you're bad. 50 bucks. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I'm literally lactating right now, just thinking about it. I'm really excited about it. All right, we'll check out the build crafting here in a second. Here we go. Rumble returns. Catalysts are changing into the exotic glaive goodness and more. As we race towards Lightfall's release next month, we have a few updates that we're excited to share. As a small preview, we're talking about red borders, dredging gilding, Rumble's back, blue woes, year 3 catalysts, and exotic glaive crafting. Let's dive in. The red border drop rate. On January 18th, a change went live in game that makes it easier for players to get red borders they crave in all raids with craftable weapons and in the duality dungeon. Stay tuned for additional information about weapon crafting changes in Lightfall in the coming weeks. Deepstone Crypt is next week, and we are gonna be farming. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really good. Oh, Hoon. So I'm playing with, Ratul and Dunlin. So I'm on their raid team, just once I get home. So Ratul, Dunlin, Kiwi as well. So I'll be with them. I'm not worried about it. I mean, they've beaten all the previous, the last couple of day one. They're gamers and they're, good friends. So. Oh, 1 second. No, they're not going in straight away. Bro, something must have went down. Cloudflare or something, or one of these, whatever the fuck it's called, one of those things. Because, like, Discord's barely working, Bungie.net was barely working, Reddit's barely working. Like, it's just not working. But no, a lot of them have to work. Already read that. Sorry. Faster dredging title gilding. Rather than requiring 30 gambit wins, this is not faster. Oh, it is faster. I was gonna say it's not faster because you have to do 2 resets, but you don't actually have to do 2 resets. That's my bad. Rather than requiring 30 gambit wins to gild the dredging title, we're changing it to 50 match completions with bonus credit for wins. At the minimum, this reduces the number of wins needed by 5, and most players will require significantly fewer to get there, where they are trying to be title town. Okay, fair enough. We still have to reset it twice, so it's whatever. Bye-bye blues. This is good. This is good. It's happening. Starting with next week's patch, after we reach the soft gear cap, blue engrams will stop dropping in the world, and the equivalent amount of glimmer bubbles will spray out instead. We're adjusting all other gunsmith reputation by plus 25% to compensate for removing the gunsmith's reputation from dismantling blue gear. We may not have caught every single blue engram in the game, but a vast majority should behave this way. So if you find a source that still gives a blue item, please report it to our help forums. That's sick. Good stuff. Bro, can our Discord just work, please? Yeah, so Andrew, once again, there are certain things that the code will only be 10% off. So for the starter kit, it can only be 10% off. But for flavors, my code should be 30% off. And if it's not, let me know. Like if you're trying to get like a jar and it's still only giving you 10% off, please let me know and I'll talk to my partners and see if we can get that fixed. Why? Where the fuck is this from? Sorry, I got a Discord message. This is not showing up. All right, sorry, we're still going. Rumble, y'all, in response to player feedback, we're bringing Rumble back to the Crucible screen as a permanent fixture. Get the fuck rid of every single version of Rift. You can keep one. Bungie, you get one version of Rift. That's it. There's like 4 in the game right now. You get one. Get rid of all the rest. Year 3 Catalyst Evolution. The Catalyst quests for the Year 3 Season Pass exotics, Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, Tommy's Matchbook, and Witherhoard will now benefit from the Season Pass boosts just like all other exotic quests. Good stuff. The tombstone in the thumbnail should add a world's first belt and said, "Aw, brother, what the fuck?" That was pretty funny, actually. Yeah, a lot of these changes are really good. So Stereo, the reason that they will implement changes, I mean, they almost never walk back everything like completely. Like the Rumble change, they clearly did, but this is something they're either trying out or maybe they didn't realize there isn't, that many people that, if you look at the numbers, there weren't that many people that played Rumble. So it kind of made sense. But also then, re-looking at it and what Rumble's role actually is within the Crucible screen, it does make sense. So, I mean, there are definitely, I would much rather that like Bungie realize they made a bad decision and walk it back than stay stubborn and not do it because they're afraid to get criticized by people if they walked it back, right? Like it's very good for them to admit that like, hey, this didn't hit the way we wanted it to. We're walking it back. That's good. That's very good. We should definitely like encourage that. Yo, Tides, what's up, man? So, sorry, I should have kept my Discord open. That was my bad. Save the date at dawn. We raid. The raid is in fact on March 10th. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate. Like I said, I'll be back that night and we can we'll be taking a crack at it. So it is what it is, man. Banger thumbnail. Thank you. So I wish Bungie, look, man, I know I'm like eternally conflicted here. I really am. Like more people can experience it if it's on a Saturday, and that should be the goal. But also asking people to work Saturdays, I understand, is incredibly shitty. I think the best way to do this would be to ask for, volunteers and like say like, hey, you get like time and a half or extra, maybe you get an extra day off or something. I think that would be cool. But maybe they tried that and they just didn't have the numbers for it and we just don't know, or, I don't know what the back end looks like. Like, I don't know how many people they realistically need for that to occur. And so, like, it's hard for me to make. All I will say is look, I liked it better when raids were on Saturdays, but I fully respect Bungie's decision to support their workers, because I mean, everyone should. That's just how it goes, right? So it is what it is, though. It is what it is. We need to talk about matchmaking. We've experienced with a lot. I haven't read this, by the way, so I don't really know what this is about, but I have not seen people talking about it, so I'm guessing it's not very good. Or it's not, well, if I haven't seen people saying good or bad things about this on Twitter, so I'm guessing it just is nothing major. Earlier last year, we spoke about what the team had in their sights for future changes. With these goals in mind, we have the Destiny 2 Rituals team and Sandbox teams here to go over a few things like matchmaking abilities and weapon tweaks. First, let's look at matchmaking. In previous TWABs, we have talked about our goals to make a Crucible an accessible and fair activity for all players, and how we plan to accomplish these goals with matchmaking. In Season 18, we added a loose form of skill-based matchmaking in Kontrol and Iron Banner. Or 19 was Iron Banner. We gathered data, reviewed the analytics, adjusted matchmaking configs, established the foundation for Season 19's matchmaking for quick play, Iron Banner, and competitive. Season 19, we added fireteam-based matchmaking, and as before, we will continue to review the analytics and player feedback to adjust our configurations as necessary. Fireteam-based matchmaking is the first step towards enabling a fair playing field for fire teams of all sizes and eliminating the need for freelance nodes. As we grow more confident in our settings, expect to see fewer freelance nodes beginning with Iron Banner. We know that might seem a little jarring right now in text like this, but this is a part of a process for long-term goals that will improve the experience across the board. After we've gotten sufficient data on this from players and from internal systems, we will extend the Fireteam matchmaking system feature to trials and eventually comp. It's very odd that comp is the last one. Once we have ironed out the kinks associated with Fireteam-based matchmaking, the next feature will be dynamic skill matchmaking. Oh, Jesus. As mentioned before, this feature is geared towards improving matchmaking if you are in a low population skill bracket or during a particularly low population time. This is all to say we are aware of the current status of matchmaking, and we are continually working towards improving our features and systems, and we believe we are on the right track, and we'd like to share some of the data that makes us believe as much. One such point of data is match outcome prediction. We use a particular algorithm that considers multiple variables to predict the outcome of a given match, where 50% prediction accuracy is considered ideal. This would mean both fire teams are evenly matched, and we are unable to determine the winner based on statistics alone. Is that what that means? The graph below, no. The graph below, for figure A, displays our prediction accuracy for Kontrol before and after Season 18. Wait, that's not what that means. If I'm taking bets on the NHL, right? Let's say like the NHL is like this, let's say the Sabres play like the fucking Islanders tonight, right? I think if I'm like the Sabres are going to win, and then the Sabres lose, but then we make this let's say league wide, and we try to guess who's gonna win. That doesn't necessarily mean parity, though, right? Like how much did you predict them to win by? Did a teammate drop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I actually believe this. So they used to get about 66% accuracy guessing which team was gonna win, but now they're at 59. So I would say that like a better indicator is not whether you can guess who can win. It would be in your predictions. If you want the absolute parity of matchmaking, then the actual prediction that you're trying to hit should be the probability of a team winning a match should be around 50%. Right? So I would say they're showing if their predictions accurately predicted who is going to win. But I would argue that the more important statistic for this would be not how much you win and lose. It would be, well, I mean, not necessarily in this way, but it should be, if in a perfect skill-based match-made mode, you would have exactly a 50% chance to win. every single time because you're essentially facing people of equal skill, right? So I don't really like this metric that they're using. I just don't know if I can predict the winners. If I can't predict the winners, that might just very well mean, right? So like if this was season 18 up here and season 19 is less, you're able to predict it with less accuracy. That could also just be a function of the game types. So let's say this is like Iron Banner. If you are predicting people are going to win based off of their in-game skill, and your Iron Banner is something that requires in-game skill like Eruption in Season 18 versus Season 19 where it's very much more objectively based and it's much less about how good of a player you are and just how much you play the objective, right? And so you can see that there's going to be huge discrepancies just based off of the type of game mode itself, because good players are more likely to win in a game mode that rewards them for being good players versus game modes that actively do not reward you for being good players. And so there are all sorts of, that's just a single example, but there are all sorts of scenarios like that, I'm sure, that, will lead to, let's say, like, cheesy ass metas, right? Like if you have someone who's like goated on the sticks, but then you also can just get like one shot, let's just say something's like fucking insanely broken right now, like DMT, right? Like DMT takes objectively a lot less like thumb or wrist skill to use, just because of the new changes they made to it. And so if everyone is crutching that, then it's not inherently going to be the person who is better at the game that's going to be winning. There are all sorts of factors that could influence the the predicted outcome just based off of different factors in the game. Like I said, like the two examples I mentioned, I would say a much better thing that they should be looking at would be looking at the statistics of how likely someone is to win a match. And that should always, if they are going for a perfectly idealized situation, which I am not a fan, like in competitive situations, I guess I'm a fan of, but I don't think that's necessarily needed in modes, casual modes that should be more controlled or connection-based matchmaking. It should be your prediction, is this team going to win? 50% yes, 50% no, would be a much better baseline rather than if you got that prediction right. So that's kind of weird, right? I don't understand if their goal is to not be able to predict match outcomes because the teams are so close in skill. Yeah, you see, it's like one step removed, right? But the problem is team skill is not the only influence here. There are all sorts of influences here. Say like, okay, you have a bunch of really, really good players who have been good, say, like from season 1 to 15 because they've been able to use like a movement skill gap in Destiny or something, right? And then they add aerial effectiveness. And then the players who have leveraged this ability to be better are still going to be seen by the game as better players. So let's say like I had like, these are made up numbers. Let's say I had like a 3.0 before aerial effectiveness came in the game. And then things like aerial effectiveness launch. My KD is going to, I'm now going to be playing worse because of these changes, but the game is still going to think that I am that good, right? Like this algorithm doesn't account for changes in meta or different game modes or things like that. And so the game's just going to be like predicting based off of how you used to play, even though you can't play like that anymore, right? Does that make sense? I just don't think this is the maybe I'm, like I said, I'm a fucking chemist, man. I don't know. X-axis is going to be time. X-axis is time. I don't know why they didn't label it, but it is time. So it's kind of weird. It's just odd, right? I just think there are a lot of things that you could use to probably predict this, and I don't like that they chose this one. Oh, figure B. Okay, let's see this. Initially, the following graph displays our prediction curve accuracy for glory and competitive. The upper lines are the main glory and competitive activities, while the wait, yeah, what is this? Sorry. Oh, so this is for Control. I'm sorry. So the game mode argument doesn't work. I misread. It is for Control. Okay. I mean, so my example is of the KD thing is still going to apply. So if there was no skill-based matchmaking in Control, or very limited skill-based matchmaking in Control, your KDs are going to be higher. The game is going to think you are a better player because you are playing worse players. So of course you are going to have incredibly inflated stats, and then you're going to start losing more than you used to. So that makes sense, right? Okay. So this is with comp. With Season 19, we adjusted the skill matchmaking bans and competitive. Stop doing that, man! It's a ladder system. Let it be a ladder system, please. Please let it be a ladder system. You don't need skill-based matchmaking because we make the skill-based matchmaking. It's like how every competitive, like Call of Duty has done it, Halo has done it, Overwatch has done it. Just let the player's skill actually decide where they are. Why is there skill-based matchmaking at all, man? I just don't understand in competitive ladder game mode, something that was advertised as a ladder game mode. It doesn't make any sense. Note that there's still a strong discrepancy between the modes of the main node and freelance. That shows a bit more difficult to produce, however. Okay, so the top, we're looking at the top one. It didn't change. Well, they don't show where the changeover of how am I? Yeah, they don't label the x-axis. So they say of glory pre-season 19 and comp season 19. But they don't show where the changeover happens. Oh, this is where the changeover happens? Why would they not just fucking label that, dude? What is going on? Okay. So it just okay. Wait, so they put stricter skill-based matchmaking in? Because it's obvious? As a person who literally makes graphs for a living, that is not obvious. If it is not explicit, you try to submit this to his peer-reviewed journal, you are going to get fucking annihilated. Goddamn, they didn't define the colors in the figure caption. They didn't label it on the figure. If you try to submit this to literally any reputable source, you are fucking destroyed. I would be like laughed out of academia if I submitted this graph. I swear to God. Okay? Absolutely not. No shot. Okay. But I don't understand. So if displays our prediction accuracy for glory. So what happened? This is with skill-based matchmaking, right? So they just adjusted their skill-based. So there is just more skill-based matchmaking in Control now, or sorry, in competitive. I didn't think they actually changed anything, but it looks like they actually made it. If they are drawing the same conclusion from this as they did here, it looks like they increased their skill-based matchmaking here in competitive, where there shouldn't be any. But it's just kind of weird. So comp score is still just a time and playlist, not a ladder. Exactly. Yes. This shows us more difficult to produce fair matches with fire teams due to immeasurable advantages that a fire team possesses. However, that is why we are testing fire team based matchmaking. We aim to reach a point where matches in the main node where mixed fire team sizes can queue together. It really, yeah, sure. We do need both a skill ranking and a comp ranking matchmaking. Do you really want people that were carried to the rank that they're at? We need skill based in rank, but just better. No. So 3, like, let's say it's an actual ladder system. This is how every competitive thing, as far as I'm aware, works. If you have two let's say, adept level players carrying a gold level player, like, and that is their true ladder skill, right? They are going to be fucking smoked by 3 adept level players. That's just how it works. So it doesn't matter if you're being carried, because you're at an inherent disadvantage if that happens, right? I don't know. With ladder modes, it will suss itself out. That's just how it's supposed to go. I would be interested in a test. Try it out, you know? Just try it out. If the bottom line's freelance, wouldn't it mean stacks are easier to predict? No. You see how there's more variability in this data? It has a plus or minus 2%, around 70. This has a plus or minus about 1%. Even less, really, 0.5%. So I just don't understand. I don't know, man. I don't like this. So first off, Bungie, please send me your graphs. I free of charge, I will label them for you, or I will suggest edits, because this is not how you should report things. Also, it's very rare. I just want to point this out as well. It's very rare to put the percent in this. It's kind of redundant to put percent there. So what you should do, typically, what I would do to make it look nicer, is mean prediction accuracy, space, and then in parentheses, percent. And that way you can just label 74, 72, 70, 68, 66. You see, like that. And you could drop the unnecessary 0.0 and you could drop the percent. Because you almost always in graphs like this, you put the units on the axis title, so you don't have to be redundant. Also label things. Okay. I also just don't like this metric, man. I'm a little skeptical. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Let's chat airborne effectiveness. Now, thank fuck, man. Okay. Airborne effectiveness, weapons abilities, oh my. For the second swap of the year, we're diving back into the world of Sandbox goodness with the Sandbox team. Okay, so this is the... Which team is this? This is the Rituals team? Is that what they said? This first one's the Ritual team? Destiny 2 Rituals team. Okay. And this is the Sandbox team. We've introduced airborne effectiveness system in Season 17 to give us levers to balance weapon effectiveness while airborne in a consistent and comprehensive way. We did this in preparation for Sandbox that's introducing more airborne gameplay options, particularly with Strand subclasses in Lightfall. We've had 2 primary reasons for this. It's important to balance the increasing number of airborne movement options against their combat effectiveness, as we don't want Destiny 2 to shift excessively towards airborne gunplay over time. In a game where most modes did not have skill-based matchmaking, players using an airborne playstyle could be extremely impressive. But now, just want to point out, and they're probably going to address this, because Chris Proctor and Mercules and everyone else that I've heard on the Sandbox team seem to have a pretty good understanding of like what's going on and how player feedback has actually been collected. They might take a long time to do things, but in the long run, they do seem to finally circle back around to what players want overall, which I'm very thankful for. Things just take time. So I am assuming they're going to address the fact that almost every fucking playlist in Destiny has SBMM now. The first reason remains true, but the second becomes less relevant as SBMM is rolled out across more PvP modes. There you go. And despite achieving our goals, the cost in player fund was too high. After observing that for a season, we made some updates, and each subsequent weapon balance update was starting on a larger rework in Lightfall. Huge. We've been play testing these changes for a while now, and we are confident we can safely pull them into the Season 19 mid-season balance update. There you go. Airborne effectiveness affects the following aspects of weapons. Auto-aim, aka bullet bend, corrects the bullet towards the target within the aim cone. So this is kind of like... oh, is this not bullet magnetism? That's what I believe. Yeah, corrects bullets towards a target. So that's what I would traditionally, personally call bullet magnetism, but they seem to have said that here as well. Precision angle thresholds control how far away you can be from a head and still get a headshot instead of a body shot from auto aim. Okay. Magnetism, aka reticle friction and adhesion, slows down your reticle. Okay, so that is what I would traditionally, and maybe this is my words are backwards. That is what I would traditionally call aim assist, is what they're calling magnetism, and I would call auto aim traditionally bullet magnetism. But it seems like they have their own terms, so we'll use their terms for now. Accuracy controls how much bullets spread out with repeating firing, and spread angle, pellet shotguns only, controls the width of the shotgun spread pattern. Okay. With this update, you can expect a primary weapon with no investment. I would actually, wait, sorry. I would also very much like to see maybe an overlaid graph of changes in average ping time to a game over this. As games become less predictable, do the connections become worse? That's just something I just thought of. Because in my experience, my matchmaking experience, like connection, has been significantly worse, at least anecdotally, over the course of this season. So I would very much like to see how much that has changed between last season and this season as well. All right, sorry. With this update, you can expect a primary weapon with no investment to be as accurate as a primary weapon with the Icarus Grip mod equipped did before the introduction of aerial effectiveness. That is, I really hope that's fucking true. That would be amazing. The auto aim angle is also significantly improved and the magnetism penalty has been eliminated. Instead of relying on accuracy and aim assist penalties, requiring more precision to land crits while airborne. This means your guns will behave like they do when grounded, except that you must aim right at the head to get a headshot unless you really build for airborne gameplay. So this is, once again, I'm a little skeptical because this is kind of how it was sold to us originally, almost the same exact words. I like the idea of you have to place your shots better when you are in the air, but your bullet should not just randomly not go where you shoot. The bullet should always go to the reticle, but that should be more lenient. The placement of your shot or the landing of your shot should be more lenient if you are on the ground. I like that. It means that if you are in the air, you actually have to really fucking be good, and I'm not. So like this is actually hurting me, but I love that idea, and I love the way that he's described it here, but I also love the way that they described it when they described it exactly like this when airborne effectiveness was very much like first launched. So I really hope it's more true this time, is my point. One side effect of this change is that airborne gameplay on controller should feel better than ever before with modern investment, since we've reduced airborne magnetism penalty below what it was in the game before aerial effectiveness. We still don't want it to be too easy to build into AE with special weapons, but we believe we have a space to reduce the penalties on shotguns and sniper rifles, and we may revisit this later. Okay. In playtesting, this makes baseline airborne gameplay feel substantially better, and building into higher AE feels more rewarding. Specifics. Primary weapons, aim assist, reduced all additional primary weapon auto aim penalties by 60%. Woo! God damn, I'm gonna be hitting everything, man. I'm never about to touch the fucking ground. Reduce or increase the precision angle by 50% at max aerial effectiveness and change the curve to be exponential, okay? Removed all additional primary weapon magnetism penalties, and at 60 through 100 aerial effectiveness, you get a magnetism bonus. Okay, I mean, that means more aim assist for controllers. I don't know about that one, coach. Skeptical, but we'll see. Reduced airborne accuracy penalty for all primary weapons per weapon type. Hand cannons and sidearms, 60% less. Auto rifle, scout rifle, pulse rifle, submachine gun, 20% less. Bow, 30% less. Special weapons, sniper rifles and select shotguns, reduce base airborne accuracy penalty by 50%. And pellet shotguns fully removed airborne pellet accuracy. Yes. Yes. Good. Weapon types. SMGs have long been heavily dependent on the range stat to be competitive. SMGs with high range stats easily outclass all other SMGs in low range auto rifles and hand cannons. We recently made a change that brought these higher range options more in line, but the difference between them and other SMGs was still too large, and some special case offenders could hit nearly maximum range were still a bit too strong. As such, we have made a large improvement to SMG performance at lower range values combined with smaller decrease to the higher range values. So increase the damage and fall off range by 30%. Is this for all? Increase damage and aim assist fall off start at 0 by 30%. Reduce damage in... Oh, so that's between these. Okay. I understand. Adaptive SMGs lag behind lightweights in effectiveness, dealing more body shot damage, but much less critical hit damage, despite sharing the same fire rate. To narrow this gap, we have increased their crit multiplier, which makes them feel more rewarding in skill hands and increases their lethality against certain resilience values. That's cool. Okay, Forensic Nightmare, Pulse Rifles stuff. Pulse Rifles reduced aim assist fall off start at 100 by 10%, reduced damage fall off at 100 range, so they're less effective at their furthest ranges. And recoil by 20% on M and K only. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, in the air. All of this is in the air, yes. Is this in the air? No, this stuff is not in the air. Oh, is it? Oh, is this all airborne effectiveness? No, I don't think it is. I actually don't know. Yeah, okay, well, let's chat airborne effectiveness. But this has to do with, like, damage and shit. After weapon types, no? Okay, I didn't think so. It would be kind of weird to... Yeah, like, they have, like, general shit in here. I don't know why that would... Okay. The BXR Battler is by far the most effective legendary pulse rifle. That's really interesting. Is it? Yeah, I guess. I guess you see more people... I'm trying to think of other pulse rifles that people use. And, I mean, they're all exotic. In large part due to be extremely strong up close with the legacy frame intrinsic and highly lethal at long range with the best in subfamily zoom. We feel the fantasy the gun fit better with CQ close quarter combat, hipfire aggressive style, so we brought the zoom down more closely to match the standard lightweight. Oh, peace of mind. Oh yeah, huh. The mid-season 18 sidearm aim assist. Oh, here, I'm going to skip like these big things. I'm just going to, and then if I have questions about these, I'll read the big things. Reduce the season 18 aim assist fall off distance buff from 30 to 20%. Okay. Dead Messenger can be oppressive to play against, so they have reduced the wave splash damage against players by 35%. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Dead Man's Tail. Remove the damage penalty for 5 stacks. Reduced hipfire and airborne aim assist cones. Okay. Reduced hipfire cone bonus scaling. Nice. Reduced hipfire precision cone. Nice. Oh my god, it's gonna be so much harder to use. I hope this kills it, man. I don't know about you guys. I am sick of DMT and Crucible. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? I just got your Whisper of the Worm stream. I recommend it. You look so much younger. I mean, I was 5 years younger. That was in the summer of 2018. So I was much younger. That was before grad school. I didn't have any of these stress marks on my face. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I would have only been... I just turned 20 in that stream. Yeah. So... DMT, get rid of. Yeah, Revoker, they talked about this. Reversal of Fortune is, instead of when you miss a shot, giving it back, it now triggers if you miss 2 shots very quickly within 6 seconds. Coming in Lightfall, we're doing a heavy weapon balance pass, adding subclass 3.0 verbs to several exotic weapons. More substantial changes to weapon hipfire reticles with the goal of exposing more information specific to weapon types or exotic functionality. A full auto melee setting. Okay, I might actually use glaives. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm lying. But that's fucking cool, actually. That's good. That's really good. Another set of craftable reprised raid weapons. Is it Guard and or Last Wish? Are those the only two we don't have? Guard and Last Wish? I feel like I'm missing a raid. Oh, Vogue. Please be Last Wish. Please, Bungie. Please. No, Last Wish. We also want to call out one more change, this time about the exotic weapon. Oh, Titans, dude. Increase the cooldown of the barricade ability while Titan's ramparts are equipped by 70%. Oh, fuck! Increase the amount of damage players deal to his Titans by 25%. Get absolutely fucked, bro! Yes! Hell yes! Did you see the next season artifact might have been spoiled? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. People like get so hype about that stuff garbage, but it's like I just don't care. It's like it's a PNG, you know? It's like a small little thing. This is fucking sick. This is good. Okay, now onto abilities. Increase the base cooldown timer of the falling class abilities by 20%. Barricade, both barricades. Thruster, okay, and dodge. Oh, not by a lot though. With update 6.3. At the launch of Season 19, we reduced the linger timer on Touch of Thunder's enhanced storm grenades, but this hasn't meaningfully full. Yes. Storm grenades are being nerfed, is what they're saying. Secondary strike damage reduced from 40 to 30. Sick. Added a 0.24 second delay between the grenade's initial spike on impact and creation of a roaming storm. The roaming storm's travel speed. Why do you think they picked 0.24 and not 0.25? How do you think they do that? The roaming super storm's travel speed now begins at 1.5 meters per second and ramps up over 1.3 seconds to a maximum of 3. This previously traveled at a flat. Oh, it's much slower now. This is sick. Felt better in gameplay. Oh, you think? 0.01 second change? The roaming storm's target search range now increases over 2 seconds rather than starting at full size. So this is sick. This is good. They're going to be much more localized and easier to avoid now. Good. Good. In August 2021, I read this one. I saw this one. It came up in my feed, and I'm very excited about this. We added weapon penalties that affected the player while sliding. Removed stability, incoming flinch, and shotgun pellet spread penalties while sliding. There is a clip I have. 1 second. I'm going to see if I can find it in my... I probably named it like what the fuck or something. This was a couple. I was on Bannerfall. I remember it was a couple of months ago. I think it was an Eruption Iron Banner week. I'm very excited for this. So let me see. This is sick. This is good. With the removal of the pellet spread in air and the pellet spread while you're sliding, pellet shotguns are about to be so fucking good, man. Okay. Let me do sort by date. They are sorted by date. Sorry, I'm just looking for this real quick. Give me 1 second. Yes, here. Check this shit out.
Get 1 kill and turn around.
Oh, what the fuck was that? This is the shit I'm talking about right here, man. Like, what mood? Look where my fucking reticle is. This is exactly the bullshit I'm talking about. This is why I'm glad this change is happening. Shot right there. So this is where I'm aiming when I shot. This is 1 frame prior to me pulling the trigger. You can see me hit 111 to the head, and that is the only pellet that hits.
Get 1 kill and turn around.
Oh, what? Ridiculous, man. And so if the pellets didn't, how many pellets does the shotgun have? Because there's 4 in the wall. Doesn't it still shoot 4 pellets? My point is those pellets would be much less spread out if there wasn't a pellet spread penalty while sliding, because I was sliding when I took that shot. Now that's going away, and I would have killed that fucker real good. So I'm excited about that. Clearly you're off target. Clearly you're off fucking target. Why don't you target this ratio? Damn. I also didn't see this. Where's this emote at, by the way? Is this next week? I made a short on this. Cool stuff. An amazing fucking thing here. This looks real good. They took my shot. Oh, it's now? Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, god damn! That shit's hot. Okay. Oh, so there's another thing here. So this is really cool. So one goal we have this year is to continue improving how we communicate with our community. In the past, we've relied heavily on community manager accounts to share a lot of information, context, and clarifications. Often it worked great, and we saw many of you appreciate the additional transparency, but also created some unfun times for community managers or other Bungie employees who shared Destiny 2 specific information on their personal accounts. We want to make sure we're protecting our people without sacrificing opportunities to engage directly with you on various platforms. So what are we doing? Today we are creating the Destiny 2 team accounts. So there's a very specific Destiny 2 Twitter account now that is ran by all the community managers, and all of the feedback will be, and communication and context will be on that one account, making it much easier to see, which is very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Build crafting. I'm very excited for this. Very excited for this. These changes, sorry I didn't stream yesterday. These changes are very good. We're not going to TLDR. Loadouts. And this all happens with Lightfall. Being able to save your loadouts and easily switch between them in-game has been a long-requested feature and is arriving with Lightfall next month. We're taking the power of quickly switching between carefully crafted builds and making it available in-game. Here are some problems the team wanted to solve. Quickly swap entire sets of gear without numerous trips to the vault or having to open a second screen. Decrease time in between play sessions caused by needing to rebuild a loadout. Create ways to label loadouts for quick identification. Yes, this is, I thought for sure they were all going to be generic and I was just going to have to remember which one. The fact that Bungie was like, let them label that shit is like, oh, dude, so good. Thank you. So here's what it looks like. You can change the color, the icon, and the name. You can customize this shit 3 fucking ways. 3 ways. Whoever built this, you're my favorite. Excellent, dude. Excellent. Oh my god. They leaked Lightfall's light. It's 1800. It might actually be 1800, but it might be the soft cap. That's a lot, right? We're at 1600 right now. What are we at right now? 1580? 1580? 1590? 1590? It's probably not 1800. That's a big. They usually go like 150, right? Like that's a big jump. Well, nah. This is sick. Did they confirm that, Hoon? Okay, so here you can see it shows. Oh my god, dude, this is so fucking sexy, man. So here you can see it shows your weapons. It shows everything about your weapon and the mod you have on it, all right there. It shows all of your armor, all of the mods, and your combat style mod or whatever the fuck this is going to be called, armor light thing. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. It's gonna be great. So that's cool. Very cool. Okay. So here we go. Here you can see a warlock with 3 loadouts created in each of the 6 slots they have unlocked. You can unlock up to 10 per character. You will be able to unlock all 10 slots. By progressing through the new Guardian rank system per character. Each loadout label, and that's not a lot, to be fair. You know, it's 5 PvE, 5 PvP. That's plenty for me personally, but definitely, you know, I think Dim's still gonna get a lot of use because there are some fuckers that have a billion loadouts. I usually have 5 of each is probably what I have in all my Dims right now. So I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited for this. It's gonna be so good. So excited, man. Each loadout label has an assortment of colors and icons to choose from, including Crucible, Raids, Gambit, Trials, damage types, and more. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. 5 PvP loadouts. So, okay. I don't want to. Okay. 5 PvP loadouts. So, like, sniper, shotgun, or sniper, you know, usually like sniper, hand cannon, shotgun, pulse are the 2 main ones. I also have an SMG shotgun loadout. These are all on Void, and then I have solar ones as well for a couple of them, which is why I have that like that. Mods and mod customization. When Lightfall goes live. Wait, did I miss something here? Oh, I did miss something. I'm so sorry. And yeah, look at this breakdown, man. Like, fucking phenomenal. Breaks down your subclass. This is gonna make sharing your shit like so easy. Like if someone's like, "What's your build? What's your build?" You know, perfect. Do you think we change the loadout mid-game PvP? I hope so. When Lightfall goes live, it'll be a new ball game of sorts. Things will be different, and you will have a blank slate to start cooking up new builds for future adventures. Not all current builds in Destiny 2 will be possible upon launch, but there will be a healthy offering to start. We're also planning to expand upon build crafting options season over season. Problems the team want to solve. Cut down on time managing mods, remove limitations that create confusing experiences, breaking down barriers to make build crafting fun. It is, I have to admit, I am fair, like my characters are all in states of disarray right now. I need to completely delete all of my classes, like my saved loadouts, and remake them. It's just, I'm so overwhelmed with it. So I like this. Giving players more understandable ways to earn mods. Remove the need to wait for 801 to sell a specific mod you need, and retune mods to give players more forms of expression while also tamping down areas of power creep. So there we go. This is super sick. I'm very excited for this. Oh, the different energy amounts on everything is super weird. I didn't see that. You get 7 slots on your helmet. Oh, notice how resilience is 4 points now. Oh, so is intellect. Interesting. So you get 4 on your helmet, or 7 on your helmet, 8 on your arms, 9 on your chest, 5 on your boots, 3 on your class item. Seems like it'll... Oh, that is how much they're upgraded? They can be upgraded all the way to 10 still? Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, and that's just, they're using 7 out of 7. Right. Okay. Chest piece resists are 2 each? Oh, because they've got 3? Yeah. Okay. Having 3 resists is fucked, by the way. I can't believe that. Okay. This is so cool. I'm so excited for all of this. This is actually insane. The fact that you can customize the mods on all of your guns on one thing. This is in the same menu, by the way. Like, look in the top right, armor and weapons. Like, I'm so excited, man. It's going to be so easy to build craft on this. Like, I don't have to do the math. Like, oh, I think I have 1 extra slot on my arms. Let me put powerful friends here or whatever. Like, this is sick. This is phenomenal, man. Yeah, this artifact does look kind of Dreaming City-ish. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a Dreaming City. Or, well, it actually kind of doesn't. It did, and now it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe. Is what it is. Okay, cool shit. This is awesome. Let's talk about earning mods. Historically, mods were unlocked in a variety of ways, but for the most part, you were waiting on ADA1 to have them in stock. We wanted to remove this waiting game and make all mods have a clear path to unlock. All mods will be unlocked by achieving Guardian rank 6. Most players who have spent some time in the game will start out at rank 6. So this is also sick because that means Guardian ranks are retroactive, which if you remember when they announced Guardian ranks with the Lightfall reveal live stream when I was in Chicago, I remember directly saying, like, this sounds awesome. They better be retroactive, you know? And it sounds like they are, at least partially, and that's fucking phenomenal. Good stuff. Good fucking stuff. Yo, Miss Punisher, we're doing great. How are you doing? So that's sick. Will you go for rank 10 world's first? No. So once again, maybe some people missed this, but my PhD defense, my final defense, is on March 10th. So it just happened to work out like that. So I will not be able to attempt the raid until later that night. So I will not be partaking in a world's first race because I will be getting my PhD. But I will be partaking in hopefully a blindish run that night, and then we will be puzzle solving and all of that throughout the weekend as well. So you're 1 month away from a 1 year member? Oh, hell yes. Thank you so much. That's amazing. No, like Guardian rank 10 world's first. I mean, hopefully I'm just there immediately. I don't fucking know. Mod energy types are being removed, eliminated. This is sick as well. Oh my gosh. Bungie's on the W train, dude. They are on the W. More like 1G, am I right? Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. World's first red border chest again? Maybe. If it's the same thing, someone's gonna find it. You know, like it's just, hopefully if it's a different puzzle or whatever, then I will be part of that. We'll see. You know, I'll still, of course, make video and report on it and all that sort of stuff. We'll see. Max ranks 11? Yes. So this is sick. We're also converting the combat style socket into an additional mod slot for that armor slot. We are also reducing the energy cost of many of those mods and helping giving you more opportunities to mix and match. Additionally, armor mods that were previously provided benefits to weapons based on their archetype, for example, hand cannon loader, will now instead provide benefits to weapons based on their damage type. This levels the playing field for all weapon archetypes and should make it easier to put together a powerful suite of mods benefiting multiple weapons in your loadout sharing a damage type. So that's kind of cool. You're pretty sure this will be a big power creep? It seems like they're consolidating a lot of those, consolidating a lot of the types of those mods, though. So it seems like they'll be able to control it based off of the breadth of things we're able to do. But that's not all. This is sick. This is where I think power creep's gonna hit more than anything. Artifact mods are also being translated to unlockable perks. They will no longer need to be socketed, but rather unlocked for the duration of the season once earned and are passively applied to your loadout. Let's say the anti-barrier weapon in season is pulse rifles. This change means that you'll no longer need to equip a anti-barrier pulse rifle mod, taking up precious space and energy. All of your pulse rifles will automatically have anti-barrier applied. This is what seems more power creepy to me. As you can imagine, having every single artifact mod active at the same time would be a little OP. Because of that, we won't be able to unlock them at the same time, and you'll have to choose which 12 perks you have active at any given time. So this also means that it's very unlikely. So like this season, we're using solo operative and weekend clear. I imagine they're going to make it so you can only have one in the final slot. Maybe it's two. But I can only imagine it'll be one in the final slot. And that way, that's how they're limiting some of that power creep. But still, fucking amazing. What does it mean for Artifice's extra artifact mod slot? Starting in Lightfall, Artifice armor will have a unique mod slot that grants 3 additional points to your character, like strength, mobility, and intellect. This will help round out your stats as you perfect your builds. Will this cost energy? And is it retroactive? 2 questions I have. Okay, once you've gotten your loadout set and your mods managed, it's time to dive in. We're making some gameplay changes to complement the above changes. One thing that has always played a huge part in how you set up builds is match game. It's been pretty much a requirement that you diversify your damage types or end up facing shields that feel hopeless to break. We want to remove this restriction and allow more freedom with how you create your builds to take advantage of the new element-specific mods. To reach that goal, match game is being removed from high difficulty activities. And we are making a few tweaks on how you can do damage to different types of shields. Base shield resistance to non-matching damage types across the entire game is being adjusted to 50%. Which is, am I wrong? That's how it was when Destiny 2 launched, right? Or did you just do double damage to matching shields? It was something like that when vanilla Destiny 2 launched. It was already something like this. And yeah, I think it will be noticeable. I don't know about way more noticeable, but I think it will I think it will be noticeable, but I'm very interested to see how this pans out. Also, what do strand shields look like? I'm very interested about that. This will help synergize your perks and abilities around a single damage type rather than diluting them across several different ones. Another thing that has a huge impact on your builds are champions. We want to make how you counter champions more logical. That should make it easier to learn how to deal with them in the first place. So while you still have a collection of anti-champion artifact perks available based on your current weapon selection, we're also adding some anti-champion options to your subclasses. So essentially, Solar Void and Strand will be able to counter barrier champions. Arc Stasis Void will over-counter Overload champions. And Arc Stasis and Solar and Strand will be able to counter Unstoppable. Big wins. Very cool. Strand shields will look like stasis shields. They won't exist. Very cool. Armor change mods. Socket, with the combat mod slot going away, many mods that once belonged to Charge of Light and Elemental Well subfamilies of mods now fall under a revamped system known as Armor Charge and moved to armor specific slots. The Armor Charge mechanic functions as follows. Socketing an armor mod that uses the Armor Charge system gives you access to the system. The functionality of taking charge, picking up an orb to gain 1 stack of the charge, is now granted to you wherever you have many Armor Charge mods equipped. Many mods that previously created elemental wells or gave stacks of Charge of Light have been converted instead to create an orb of power. You can now hold, that's sick. Explosive Well Maker, anyone? Explosive Orb of Power Maker, anyone? You know what I'm saying? Is Forbearance about to not only... Is Forbearance about to give you your fucking super back faster too? Is that what's gonna happen here? Are they power creeping Forbearance even more right now? Melee Orb Maker, exactly? You can now hold between 0 and 3 stacks of Armor Charge by default, which appears as a buff in the status effects area. A little nervous about that because that area gets unbelievably crowded right now. Star Eater Insane buff, yeah, exactly. By socketing chest armor mods charge up, you can increase your maximum number of Armor Charge stacks as high as 6. Some mods provide a passive ongoing benefit while you have any charge of stacks of Armor Charge. When you have one of these armor mods equipped, every 10 seconds, a stack of Armor Charge falls off if not consumed by something else. Players can extend this delay time by socketing the extended charge mod. For example, Font of Wisdom in the head socket will provide a bonus gain to intellect while you have any Armor Charge active. That's cool. Some mods consume 1, 2, 3, or all stacks of Armor Charge on a particular trigger, granting you an instantaneous benefit when they do. I bet the Protective Light or whatever will do that. A few other mods, stacks on stacks in the leg socket, Powerful Friends and Radiant Light in the head socket, Time Dilation in the class item socket, can modify the armor. So it's also really interesting. They're kind of limiting. So like right now, I can put any of these mods in anything, right? Like I can put Powerful mods and Radiant Light wherever the fuck I want. Stacks on stack, like wherever you want. And so they are very much... Because they're putting both Powerful Friends and Radiant Light on the same piece, you can no longer get plus 20 strength and plus 20 mobility, right? So they are definitely looking at these and limiting the power creep and you know, how busted they can be by constraining them to a single piece, which might feel kind of bad at first, but I think will actually do really good things when you look at like how the overall game is balanced. So that's a very interesting thing right now. Did you say you're getting a PhD? Yes. My final defense is on March 10th. Finishers will now consume armor changes and not dip into your super, or charges and not dip into your super energy. That's good. I like that a lot. You can have both on the element, but not anything else still has 2 slots. Didn't they say that these are specific slots though? Yeah, armor slot specific sockets. Oh, so they can go in any of these then. Okay, so okay, now I understand. I was under the impression there was still kind of the equivalent of the slot, but I was wrong. I just read it wrong. Okay, so never mind. But still, constraining them to a single piece, still a way to, you know, if they're both on, where are these both at? Like, let's say you're in PvP. And where do these both go? I'm sorry, I missed where the powerful friends and radiant light are in the head socket. So you're in PvP. Your choices are to either use stat boosts and like targeting mods, or powerful friends or radiant. Like, you're not going to use these in certain scenarios, right? So that's how it is. Elemental wells evolved. While many of the mods that previously created or benefited from elemental wells are being changed instead to focus on orbs of power, some aspects of elemental wells are not going away entirely. Instead of creating elemental wells, each subclass will now create damage type specific spawning objects. I'm kind of worried about this because it's these sort of things that seem to be very much affecting the servers right now, like things that are spawning, extra glimmer, engrams, presumably, you know, wells, elemental wells, these sorts of things. Orbs of light have been known to bug out the game. There's a huge guitar error in Last Wish that was caused by this, for instance. And so I am a little bit worried that they're like, hey, we're going to have more spawning things. But if they think it's good and it's been working in playtesting, hopefully that does not affect the game too much. Ionic traces for arc, fire sprites for solar, void breaches for void, stasis shards will continue being used for stasis, and strand will have an object we'll share more details on in the future. The ability to spawn these objects will not come from armor mods, but from your subclass instead. For example, while the Ember of Tempering fragment is active for solar hunters, it will now create a fire sprite when you defeat an enemy with a solar weapon. Picking up any of these objects will grant ability energy or have other effects depending on your subclass build. For example, if you're running a solar subclass and you have the new Ember of Mercy fragment equipped, that's interesting that we are getting new fragments, by the way. Picking up a fire sprite will grant you the restoration effect broken. The number of these types of interactions will be limited at launch, but we tend on adding to the system moving forward. So it's kind of interesting because, you know, right now in our armor slots, you have 3 main combat things you can build into: Charge with Light, Elemental Wells, War Mind Cells. And it used to be you can build into pretty much one of those. Like, there are some overlaps between them, and especially like some people early on did overlap like Elemental Wells and Orbs of Power, but nowadays it's much less common. You pretty much build into one, maybe have a little bit of overlap. But what they've done here is they've effectively, and we'll get to it, War Mind Cells are gone, so you can't do that. But now they're making it so you build into essentially Elemental Wells and Charge with Light at the same time, but they don't really overlap that much, which is really interesting. So they're taking these things and they're adding, first off, almost certainly power creep, like, you know, having access to both of these types of things at once, but they're adding another layer of build crafting since you are trying to juggle both of these at once, which is really interesting. Very weird, but very cool. Balancing act. While the main goals here were streamlining the build crafting experience, we also had to do some fine tunings while we were under the hood to address some of the power spikes certain build combinations created. As we said previously, we looked at every single mod and some were changed, moved to other slots, transitioned to other abilities, or removed. With the removal of armor energy type, the consolidation of mechanics into armor charge, some mods became redundant and were removed. Some ability energy gains, stat bonuses, and weapon damages from mods have been reduced, though we've also added some new mods to expand upon your build possibilities. Font of Might has been destroyed, by the way. That's what this tells me. Not all previous builds are going to be able to be recreated one-to-one, but the system has been changed enough to open up a lot of new possibilities with a lot of mods and ability combinations. An example of mods that aren't going to return for the ride are Warmind cells. Rest in peace, Sweet Prince. These are a relic of a different time and have already been nerfed in the past. They had a good run, but these mods will be depreciated and no longer available starting in Season 20 to make way for new options to consider when crafting your preferred combat style. So good. Okay. Looking ahead, we've covered a lot, and we know there's going to be a lot of questions with so many changes on the horizon. We'll have more to say on this, along with a plethora of other changes coming alongside Lightfall's release next month. With a system like this, the best way to fully understand it is to get your hands on it and start tinkering. As with everything involved with supporting Destiny 2, this evolution is not an endpoint. We have plans to continue tuning and improving this system, and we'll be adding new build crafting elements to fill the power gaps we didn't have a chance to get with this release. We're excited to see what you build with this new toolbox, and we look forward to seeing all the new builds shared out. Very cool. So I'm very excited about this, man. This is some that's some cool shit, dude. I'm excited. I think this is I think there are going to be a lot of different avenues for this sort of stuff. Tell me you're nerfing everything without saying you're nerfing everything that's WAP. I don't know if you read the same thing I did, but that's not really the vibe I got there. But we'll see. we'll see. Okay, let me. So I have to do the. The fuck's it called? The catalyst thing. So we're gonna go do that real quick. Where do I have to go for that? The very last revision 0 catalyst, the Cosmodrome. Sorry, I'm trying to load my loadout, but Dim is very slow. Okay. When you first took chemistry, were you required to buy your own lab coat? No, I've never purchased a lab coat. How many kills do I have on this hand cannon? 28,000. All right, what do we got going on here? Defeat. Oh yes, patrols and that sort of stuff. Which lost sector is this in? Oh, the chicken sticker with the advanced starter bundle looks amazing. Oh, did you get it? I still don't even have one, man. The divide one. Okay. Dude, fuck yeah. That's awesome, dude. So many people have been buying those starter kits. That's so good, man. Yeah, so if anyone missed it, so I have a brand new starter kit with advanced. You can type !starter kit in chat to check it out. Comes with samples of 5 of the most popular flavors, an exclusive holographic mother chicken sticker, which is sick, as well as a shaker. Use code SCARE9 for 10% off of that, but my code is also 30% off of most other things. They can't do more than 10% on the starter kits, just due to, like I said, like profit sharing. But if you want to like restock up on flavors or get yourself a jar or something like that in time for Lightfall, code SCARE9 is 30% off on those things until late Saturday. So You know, maybe pick yourself up a starter kit, maybe get yourself some flavors or both, or yeah, you know, great way to support the channel. What will the Scarrow flavor taste like when it drops? Dude, I don't know. That's out, you know? I have no idea. I have no idea. Those starter kits are a super deal, even if you don't plan on buying a lot more. Think of it as 5 20-ounce Red Bull equivalents, but better. So $12 plus a little shipping is amazing. Yeah, it is a really good, and you get like a shaker out of it too, which is cool. Like usually when they sell their shakers like new, they are like that much. So it's pretty cool that they pretty much just throw in the samples, which is really cool. When you do legendary Seraph Shield, can I hop in for 2 exo? I think I'm just gonna solo it because it's like a lot easier just to solo it. What is this? Do I have to? Okay. Your artifact reset and I didn't do it? I don't know if I believe you. No, I have no idea. I don't think that happened to me, but maybe it did. There have been a lot of bugs with the artifact like counting for like triumphs and stuff, so maybe that was just part of a fix or something. But I don't know. Running a flawless grasswood average tomorrow with my clan. Any tips? Have your best sparrow guy do it. That part of it. You'll be fine though. Yeah, maybe it just reset for everyone who hasn't had the mod yet or something. Massive changes look good. Yeah, everything that they were talking about looks real good. So, oh fuck. Yo, Classic, dude, how you doing, man?
Let's see if we can match his kill count.
Everything they talked about looks real, dude. Everything, I'm pretty excited. The one thing I'm still not happy about is matchmaking and the use of that the sketchy ass statistics like we talked about. I'm still not vibing with it. But everything else that they talked about looks like fucking phenomenal. So. Pissed out about losing War Mind cells? Yeah, I'm sad about that too, but hopefully that opens up the possibility for things in the future too, so we'll see. Now I understand, Hoon, do you remember? So we were, when the fucking, the bow launched, the Hierarchy of Needs, sorry, I blanked out on the name. When it launched, there was that interaction and the Bungie people were like, I don't remember putting that in. They were probably saying that because why would they put an interaction in when it's just going to be taken out? Yo, Cyclone, what's up? How you doing? They knew. Yeah, they knew. They were like, they were like, oh, why did anyone spend time on this? That's pretty funny. Like, now that I think about it, it makes so much sense. I assume it's in the end of it. Concerns, the new matchmaking already be applied heavily to trials. I'm super happy with matchmaking with how it is this season. How will the artifact mod work with saved loadouts? I'm sure you'll just have to reset the artifact every time if you want to switch it. I assume. Trials matchmaking, like, man, I don't know. I haven't been a fan of the matchmaking for most things for the past 2 seasons, so we'll see how that goes. Some rogue dev wasted their time. Yeah, they were like, does Jimmy not know? No, man, the interaction is there for when they introduce Seraph cells. True! I'm like 2 weeks behind, so it's time for me to finish revision 0. Dude, fuck yeah, there you go. I assume that we have to reset the artifact every time. Yeah, I agree. I hope that if that is the case, they made setting up the artifact way faster, and you don't have to like hold the things for 12 minutes every time you want to unlock a mod and that sort of stuff. It could also be a bug. It doesn't look like a bug, and that would be a very weird, like, out of all the things it could have bugged out on, it just happened to bug out on Warmind cells. Wouldn't that be kind of weird? Like, it seems a little bit too coincidental to be a bug. I'm not saying it's not, but it just seems, it could have bugged out, like, with literally anything in Destiny, and, you know, so. It just seems a little strange. Okay. Seraph Shield, let's do it. Oh, yeah, this one. When is Vow farmable? I don't know. Good question. Yes, and blues are going away. One of the best changes. That's some good shit right there. Yes, every single person except for one person lied about the character deletion bug. By the way, I don't remember who the fuck it was. One of you guys bet me $10 one of my characters would be deleted before Lightfall. So, A, I'm gonna need one of the mods to tell me who the fuck that was. And B, that person either has to pay up or you're getting fucking bet banned, bitch. You don't bet with me, lose the bet and not pay up, okay? That's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. I do not know I said that. I'll go back through the logs. With them removing Warmind cells next season, does that mean they're removing Rasputin? This is such a, like, I'm sorry, Davison. I'm gonna single you out here and I'm so sorry. But people have been saying this. I kind of had like a mini thing on Twitter about this too. That is the dumbest. Look, I'm not saying, I've been saying Rasputin's probably gonna die this season for a long time. It just kind of makes sense with the whole he's probably going to become a Guardian thing. But coming to the conclusion that Rasputin is going to die because Warmind cells are being taken away has got to be one of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm not going to lie. If Apple gets nuked right now, my phone still like some of the apps won't work, but the phone's functionality still works. You know, if Nvidia goes bankrupt, my graphics card still works. If Smith & Wesson goes out of business, fucking, you know, Billy Bob's gun still works. This is how you don't make products that disappear when your company's gone. That's ridiculous. The same goes for Rasputin, the most advanced AI in the history of forever. And you're telling me this fucker was like, oh, if I'm gone, my weapons don't work. Like, no, fuck no, he wasn't like that, man. Yeah, if Stadia goes away, Google still works. It's in the lore about Rasputin. You show me one place where the lore says Warmind cells go away if Rasputin's gone. Ah, fuck, I'm an idiot. Thoughts on what's the next repay? I hope it's fucking Last Wish. It's about time. Any game company that hosts online games that goes bankrupt? Yeah, that's not a fucking thing that spawns when you get kills, right? Warmind cells are not a live service game. What's the best way to level up forbearance? The best way to level up any gun is to use the gun. Yeah, I guess technically he can wait until Lightfall launches to pay me $10. That's fine. What if Last Wish weapons become craftable? That'd be sick. I hope they do. And Blind Well gets craftable weapons as well? No, they won't. That will not happen. You found it? No, you fucking didn't find it. Did you actually? There's no way. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe Bungie said Wrath of the Machine is the last reprise raid. They, no, you're wrong. They didn't. They never have commented on what the next reprise raid is going to be. Steam, if Valve dies and your games are all digitally owned, I mean, you can play Steam games offline. What's a new light level in Lightfall? We do not know yet. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. All right, we got ourselves a left, a right, and a right. Hey, can you fuck off? Left, right, right. It's this one. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, I'm good. Okay. Left. Right. Oh, I thought I activated the flame room there. Whee! Alright, and it's in the catch, right? Yo, Fern, how you doing? Yeah, the catch, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like, I've seen it before, I just didn't know if they were, Yeah, Cyclone, let's do it. Maybe, after stream, let me get some dinner, and then I'll be back on and we can do that. Okay, cool. Just making sure you heard me. Oh, winning my ones. Best Artifice Armor farm? Probably... What do you think, Hoon? Keitel? I don't know with the updated strats who's the best. Probably Keitel, if I had to guess. Maybe Grasp? That's a Hoon question, though. Master Keitel's still goated? Okay. Would you like the Riven cheese to be fixed? I mean, it's way too late for that. I think everyone should experience the right way of doing it, but you know, at this point, it doesn't matter. Definitely all vaulted planets and raids being brought back to the game. Much more likely than Bald Scarrow. Master Grasp is only available to farm Nader in like when it's the weekly dungeon. Oh fuck. I guess I have to use rockets in this next room anyways. Just wait frame to ceiling, dude. It'll happen. So I'm always torn here. Because having... Alright, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this to make the jump puzzle faster. But it's gonna make this encounter slower. But that's okay. We'll be okay. I wish switching your fragments didn't get rid of all of your energy. That's got to be one of my like most annoying things in this entire game, I think. Yo, dog, fucking chill. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Okay. Get rid of this guy real quick. Oh, I thought that was a dead guy. Or a fucking, not a dead guy. The opposite of dead guy. Okay. Yes, I have touch. I got touch a couple weeks ago. Thought I had forbearance there for a second. Well, that guy's dead. Is that sinking feeling on your rocket? Yes, dude. Isn't it so good? The fact that they did 2 layers of animation, dude, like, that easily could have been a memento, you know? Like, that is cooler than the Vanguard memento. Easily. It's not even close. Time for a Taken Shaker? Yes. Elemental Mementos would have been sick. Yes. Also, I'd take a Taken Shader. That'd be sick. Like a Taken Memento would go fucking crazy, dude. Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, a lot of things have been slow for me, M7. Skill-based mementos. I've always thought, so like in the original Warzone, which I've never played, but I saw videos of it, there were ornaments that are like weapon skins you could get, and as you got more kills in the game, they would get crazier and crazier. Like it'd become animated and glow. I always thought that would be so fucking cool for like PvP. Like you're playing a game of PvP, and the better you do that match, the crazier your gun looks as you complete that match. That would be insane. I would spend like a bunch of money on that. No cap. So you know, if there were taken memento for King's Wall, that would be a Sibo memento look better. Yeah, that would be sick. Stuff like that, yeah. They should add raid-specific mementos, yes. That was in Black Ops 4 as well for 20 bucks each. I don't remember them in Black Ops 4, but dude, I'd spend some money on that. Yeah, Bungie's cosmetic team is like on point right now, man. You've got the dream team going on for sure. Yes, mementos also shouldn't be, you shouldn't only be able to carry one at a time. They need to change that. And yeah, they shouldn't take up inventory space, I agree. Or they should go in the bottom menu. Oh, I don't have my super. That's unfortunate. When did I use my... Damn. Oh, please. No! So close. Fuck. Oh, I'm so close to my... No! Okay, one second. I'm gonna go... Give me super energy, dude. Do you have any tips for the Briggs on Legend? Yeah, weaken clear is good. Oh, these guys don't give super energy. That's right. Why do these fuckers not count as real enemies, man? Okay. Weapon inspect animations for exotics. Yeah, I asked Ben about that on Twitter one time, and he said that it would just take an insane amount of work. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, did I just oob? Fuck. Where's the thing? The spot where you get out? Here? Is it here? God damn it. I fucked up. Please spawn me in the real map. Please. That's not what I thought that was. Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good. Oh, I need heavy ammo. We're not good. Oh, God. You see, if I just would have done this normally, I would have been across by now. But that would also make me a nerd, so... Checkmate. If I switch to double specials and I waste all my ammo, will it give me heavy? Speed struts. There's a heavy drop, but I mean, it just has to be like anywhere, right? Whatever, I'll just fucking do the thing normally. No Morningstar. I'll just do this fucking normally, dude. It's whatever, it's not that big of a deal. Oh! We're not gonna talk about it, man. It's okay. Everything is okay. Speed skips are for nerds, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't even want to, dude. This is stupid. No! Oh my fuck, dude. I thought I was gonna die again. Thank God there is so much. No! That's fucking toxic, dude. No! God damn. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's okay. What's the death count? 1 million. This man soloed Argos and Atheon, and I died a lot more times doing that. Please stop. You're hurting me. Oh, if I was expecting the airborne effectiveness, I would have got this first try, honestly. Brother, fuck you, man. Oh, Jesus. There's gonna be a ton more snipers, and they're gonna come just fuck me up real quick. Yep, okay. Calm down. Yep, calm down. Yep. Oh, sword ammo. I missed it. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Go away. Bobbing and weaving, everything is okay. They can't hit their shots because they're bad at the game. I can't hit my shots because I'm bad at the game. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just trying to vibe here, man. this fucker go? It's okay. Everything's fine. See? Easiest run of my life. Oh, nice. Excellent. Do you find Stern's particle studies awesome? Sure, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm a polymer chemist, so that's the stuff I find most interesting, just because mostly that's like what I know about, but I mean, science is science, right? Just DDoS the... Yeah, I mean, so that's another thing I'm semi-worried about happening is like, yeah, maybe something fucking crazy happens and we can't do, like, say that happens, right? Like, just the servers just fuck themselves and then, you know, no one can start the raid until I'm home. You know, it just happened. There's no chance it happens, but if it did happen, then it's like, then I just have to sit there and watch my team cheat on me with another guy, you know? It's even worse. So, I hope that doesn't happen. I know she's been getting zesty on Twitter as of late, and I'm all for it. I don't think I've been any different on Twitter than I normally am. But maybe I am. I don't know. But hey, I'm glad you're liking the Twitter content. We think the final 2-week event will be? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I hope it's good. And I hope it's a live event. Those are my two hopes. I hope it's better than Lost's. Lost was, Arrivals was really good. Lost was not. Bruh, just smacking me? What? I haven't heard about that, Prince. Hope it's just the Morningstar crushing it. That would actually be pretty funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't tell you how hyped I am for Lightfall, especially, yeah, dude, it's kind of weird that, like, there are so many good changes coming for Lightfall, and Bungie's not hyping them up. I mean, they just started hyping them up, but, like, I feel like at this time last year, we had 12 more Witch Queen trailers than we've had. Isn't that weird? Bro, that should... Oh my goodness. There's a Wither Horde on the fucking ceiling. Why give us trials if we've already pre-ordered it? Yeah, well, I bet there are a lot of people who have not pre-ordered it. I mean, you have to keep in mind, we're in the 1%, right, of Destiny players. Like, the hype is for us, and hype is still very valuable from a marketing perspective for Bungie, but... Bro, how is this fucker still not dead? I can't. My goal is just to die as much as possible this run, so I'm really hitting all my goals here. Wonder how many people pre-ordered it again after asking for a refund? All of them. No, it's fine, dude. You know, people are mad about stuff. I hope they, you know, find a game they enjoy quite as much, or I hope, you know, maybe they're happy with some of the changes, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. What games are you most hyped for this year? I'm very interested in Atomic Heart. Very interested in the Dead Space remake, which we will be playing in a couple of weeks. Very interested in a little game called Destiny 2 Lightfall. I think will be really good. Starfield this year? No, Starfield's probably not this year, right? Like it was originally going to be, but it seems unlikely now or something. Is that true? No, not Hogwarts. Harry Potter's for fucking lame-ass nerds. I've thought that forever, and the J.K. Rowling stuff just, like, solidified that for me. I have never understood. And, like, I've read the fucking books, you know? Like, I have spent time of my life on Harry Potter when I, this was, like, in probably middle school. I don't know. It was whenever Deathly Hallows came out. My stepmom's a really big Harry Potter nerd, so she, like, or she was. I don't know if she is anymore. So we went to the like Deathly Hallows like release thing at like Books A Million or whatever, Barnes and Noble or whatever when I was a kid. I don't know. Harry Potter's lame as fuck. It always has been. It always will be. It's just like, I don't know. It's always, I've known a couple people who are like Potter stans, dog. You know, like I knew a girl who was like every year on her birthday she would do like Hogwarts, or like her friends would do like Hogwarts themed like cupcakes, and you bit into it and it was like your house and shit. That is like the cringiest shit I can imagine, honestly. That's my hell. So no, I'm not playing it because it looks lame as fuck personally, but also because like J.K. Rowling's like an awful person, so there's that too. I just don't get it, man. I don't know why people like it so much. It's kind of like Harry Potter's like our generation of like Disney adults, you know? We all know like that one person who's like uncomfortably obsessed with Disney. That's like, but they're usually above like 60, you know? Harry Potter is our generation's version of that, for sure. You know? Is that a hot take? Maybe it is. I'm sorry if you like Harry Potter, but I don't know. Kind of weird. Just don't be weird about it. I don't care what you like, just don't be weird about it. You don't like Star Wars either? Yeah, I watch all the Star Wars stuff just to stay up to date, but I'm not really a big Star Wars fan. I haven't even seen I haven't seen the Andor yet. I watched the first episode and I was like, all right, this looks fine. We Own the Night is now my favorite song. Dog, you've been listening to like on repeat for like 2 months. How is it just now your favorite song? Oh, you took a break for Lyric Slay? Okay. Fair enough. Look, I'm not a big fan of anime, to be, you guys know, I make it pretty vocal, but it's like, those people at least, like, you know, weebs are like, they're just not like, they're fine, I don't know, it's whatever. I like to make fun of, you know, anime profile pics and stuff, because it's funny, but it's just like, yeah, it's always, the anime profile pics are always the most toxic or whatever, like, that's the classic, and that's pretty funny, but to be honest, like, even though anime is not my thing, I just don't. I haven't really, that crowd hasn't really been that toxic to me personally, or I haven't really seen it. Just like, you know, enjoy what you like, honestly, it's fine. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be like I honestly don't care if people like Harry Potter. Of course, that would be pretty fucked up if I was like, oh, I don't like you because you like Harry Potter or whatever. But, I just find it a little odd how obsessive that fan base can be, is my point. You know, with some hyperbolic like humor attached to it, but that's my essential point. But that's fine, you know. I'm sure some people think that I'm a little extra for my Destiny proclivities, if you will. Coco Melon fan base? I have no idea what the fuck that. Fucking leave me alone, you're a bad person. Bro, Bungie just was like, yeah, let's spawn all the fucking enemies, man. What is going on? We go away. Forgot the middle one. Dog, that's uber fucked. Go away. Oh. How does this game work? Unless you had a Marosol body pillow? No, dude. 8 of 1 body pillow is where it's at. I'm guessing you know there's an infinite heavy ammo glitch in this box? Oh, no, I actually didn't know that, but this is probably the last time I'll ever do this, so that's unfortunate. Visit a weapons expert? Is that Banshee? Is Banshee what you would consider a weapons expert, or is it Rasputin? It is Banshee? Okay. Hey, Kiddy. Come here. What you doing? Where you going? Come here. Say hi to stream. Oh, she's so cute. Here you go, Kiddy. Cat content, that's right. What are you just doing? She's just walking back and forth. What are you doing, you nerd?
What do you need?
Oh shit, the Sabres game started. What's the score? Sabres game. Oh, please don't be losing. Fuck, dude. Why? They're so good. Why are they losing all the time? Oh, I didn't read it. Fuck. 1 second. I got distracted by the cat and then the Sabres, man. Give me a sec. Banshee says, Banshee looks up and down at the components laid out in front of him. He doesn't even pick one up, but there's a look of recognition in his eyes, distant and intense. They found something on the moon, he says. K1 anomaly, smells like wet soil. He shakes his head, picking up his components. Nice parts. I can put these together for you, no problem. What? Oh, they found something on the moon. Oh, is that him? Is that him finding the... Because the original relic was on the moon, right? Oh, you just do the mission trim. It's all right. Is that it? Is that the end? I think that's the end, and that's just Banshee starting to remember his Clovis Bray past, which is the point of that. I think. Hey, kitty. All right, guys. I'm pretty hungry, so I think I'm gonna go eat. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. There's definitely, of course, we have more prep streams to do. I'm trying to get Evan and them to do zombies again, so maybe we'll get some of that. We'll see. But yeah, that's where we're gonna call it for today. So thank you guys so much for vibing with me. Some great changes coming up with Lightfall. I'm very excited. Some like literally game altering changes, like significantly game altering changes, which is pretty nuts. So I'm really excited about that. All right, everyone, have a fantastic night. Love your faces. I'll see you very soon.